to this. I know Yume doesn't use a game audio on his stream. So we'll be listening to Peters for the time being. And we are off. Peters is a little bit ahead. We will sync those up for you guys. And then we will see this action. Alrighty. It is underway. skpeter versus Yume. A little bit of what Cozy said in the chat for anyone who watches that later. Yume is a very proficient player. He is very consistent with his chains, and his follow-ups will be on par almost every time. Did we just see an exact kill? The pixels are almost lining up, too. These guys dead even right out the gate from the get-go here. This is the sign of hopefully a pretty close match to come. But yeah, what I was mentioning before I interrupted myself, Yume gets that 17 seconds, and a lot of his game plan is he usually gets a really good starter, and if he does not find the chains and combos at the beginning, he usually has enough panels left that he can analyze very quickly and get that follow-up that almost certainly kills his opponents within sub 30 almost every single time. I think I remember watching one of his races specifically where he hit like the 27-second mark, I think it was. He hit it so many times in a row, though, or just like in a single run. But yeah, that just shows his consistency. He's looking to maybe get another one here. Oh, 28 seconds. So close. But yeah, that's going to cost him actually a little bit there. Despite the sub 30, Peter pulls out that 16 second, and now he's back in the lead right now. Both these players focusing, getting close to that sub 2 minute mark for the first 3 stages. I feel like Peter is just, he is very technically skilled. He just won his first bi-weekly for the Tetris Tech Online Discord. And I feel like once he gets more practice with the speedrun in general, that's when he's going to just start excelling and getting really, really good times. And it looks like it's showing right now. You know, he's staying composed. He got a really, really nice kill there on Wiggler. And now he's extending this lead out a little bit more with Yume following up with the 33 seconds. So this is what Peter needs, because if I recall correctly from a lot of his past matches, the cave is really what gets to him, and I think the cave is where Yume probably excels at. But yeah, look at this. Peter is just dominating right now. 15 seconds on Froggy. He is just going through these first 8 opponents with ease. Yume hitting that 28 second again, so maybe the 28 is going to be the new 27 for him right now. He's keeping it very competitive right now. Blarg got that extra row to raise up to give him a 4 combo there at the top, but Peter did send a follow-up now, and even has another 4 chain to go on top of that. This should probably lead to a kill. Oh, the shake time's going to be really big, but he went for the yellows and wasn't going to have near enough time to try to make that clear. So Peter gets through at 34 seconds. Here comes Yume. He's going to try to get a sub 20 second fight here, and he does. 19 seconds. He cuts a lot of that lead down from Peter now. Yeah, Peter's beginning game has really stepped up right now. He is finding the chains he needs. And very few errors that have been going on. He's going to be a little bit slow on this follow-up, but he gets this chain to time perfectly with this garbage clearing. So Lunchfish probably won't have an immediate out here. And yep, that'll be a death at 32 seconds. Here comes Yume, though. Lunchfish gets the clear immediately on his screen, or else he probably could have caught up and been close to dead even. But because of that, Yume's going to be one line short here, and Lunchfish finds a chain. So it's going to be about the same lead, possibly even more right now. Look at this. Lunchfish did another chain, cleared all the combo garbage blocks. Oh, this could be bad for Yume right now. He's going to have to find this follow-up quick. And Lunchfish could just go ahead and start clearing a whole bunch if he really wanted to. And that's what he's been doing. This might go over a minute now. But yeah, just under a minute actually, luckily for Yume. Lunchfish stopped going for clears and went to stack lowering mode and did not have any time. He won't lose too much time because Peter got off to a little bit of a slow start here. That 9 chain is going to put a huge pressure on Raphael right now, though, and going to kill him at 42 seconds. So this is good for Peter. He is heading into the cave at sub 6. He has almost a stage lead at this point in time. It all comes down to the cave, because you have to send a lot more or be a lot quicker to get those cheesy kills on the opponents here. So we'll see how he does. He gets just a 2 chain with a lot of combo follow-up. If Hookbill didn't find that chain, this could have maybe been a quick kill here. But Hookbill's going to be able to go to stack lowering mode. Probably going to clear a lot more panels. And he's going to have a lot of panels on his screen to work with. Peter's probably got to find more of a follow-up. Oh, but he gets lucky with the tall pillar at the top there. Hookbill had to scroll over to get it. And check this out. Peter's building a pretty big lead right now. Because Yume, he's struggling on Raphael as well now. He's had 2 back-to-back stages that have been a minute or over a minute now. So this is pretty unfortunate for him. He just hasn't found the proper follow-up as Raphael just keeps clearing more and more panels right now, and he's still doing it, clearing those yellows. He's got to go into stack lowering mode, finds more purples to clear. He's still not going to be topped off. Yume's maybe got to raise his panels here in a little bit. That 3 chain with the 6 combo is going to help. This will probably do the job now. I don't see Raphael living, probably. Oh, he finds clears, though. He is going to live. Man, this could go on to 2 minutes here pretty soon. This is very good for Peter, man. If he can find this kill quickly on Piranha, he has such a big time buffer to possibly take this first race here. But yeah, if I believe one of Yume's races too, it was Raphael. He had another 2-minute plus fight, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure on that. But skpeter going to finish sub 1 minute, and now he has a full 2-stage lead right now. So Yume's got to find some magic here in the cave. This is where I mentioned his runs do seem a lot better than a majority of the entrants in this tournament at the cave. And look at that, gets that lag chain already from the beginning. That could have been pretty nice if Hookbill didn't use a lot of his panels, but now he's going to have to dig a little bit deeper. And look at this, Peter might get a quick kill on Kamek, and he does! He sent a lot of garbage there at the beginning. Peter playing very, very well right now. Heading to Bowser, he has a huge lead. And Yume gets a pretty good time on Hookbill, but this might be a little too late. Peter's still on PB pace right now, too. And he's looking to take this first race with ease right now. Alright, let's see how he starts. He gets that 6 combo. Reacts fast enough to grab a different red. Gets another 6 combo here. He's going to cut it short. Which Bowser has 2 separated pillars. This is possible to get a little cheesy kill here. He's going to drop his next garbage. Everything's piling up. But Bowser's going to have the reds. There's still a small window here. There's not going to be any refreshing of stop time. And I don't see any chains lining up. This could be the kill. And it is! PB for Peter, 929. Wow, what a statement right from the get-go, man. Gets that 929 time. He takes this first race, and I see him popping off on stream right now. Peter, you deserve it. What a great race one from you, man. This is going to be a really good series. What a way to start off main bracket, man. Peter bringing out everything right now. He is only going to keep improving, too. Like, his chains were so consistent. If he keeps that up, this could be a really, really close series. But yeah, that was a pretty clean run overall for him. His beginning 6 was sub 6 minutes. And his last 4, pretty much, I think everything was sub 40 because that Bowser kill was pretty quick too. That was a very textbook run from Peter there. And I hope he can continue it. Being up 1-0's got to relieve a little bit of pressure for him. Yume, his cave's been going pretty well too. It was just that Lungefish and Raphael that wasted so much time for him, or else this could have been down to the wire, I think. 2+ minutes on Raphael, and it was 59 seconds, I think, on Lungefish. So yeah, take that away. If you get like 30-second kills on both of them, rewind about a minute and a half, Yume would be at about like 9:30 right now. Alright, let's see how he closes out Bowser here. He smartly drops that chain at the end. And Bowser's going to continue to chain himself. This follow-up might be enough. Bowser with this huge A chain, though. He's going to be able to drop this right pillar, and he might be able to survive by a little bit here. But I don't see any follow-up immediately. He's going to be very low on stop time. And he's got to make sure to drop the red, and he might elect to drop something else. Or clear the greens and get rid of all of his options. So Yume cleans it up at 11:47. It was a very good ending for him, in which he'll probably be happy with how the cave went. He's just got to clear up a couple of those stages at the beginning there. So, how about, what was it, a 9:29? We gotta switch this on stream now. Peter making me do a little bit of extra work right now. But yeah, 9:29 for him. Shaves off 8 seconds there. Be pretty crazy if he got another back-to-back PB here. Who knows, man? He was looking hot right there. And he almost got the Bowser kill even quicker. But I'm sure Yume's only going to allow Raphael to troll once, though, so Peter's got to keep up that aggression. As we mentioned, he had around a 12-minute average throughout group stage, and Yume's was a little over 10 minutes, so Yume definitely had an upper hand on him during group stage, but it's a whole new set of weeks here, and maybe Peter's been feeling himself. He's gonna do, it looks like a little warm-up as he's resetting right now. I wonder if he actually went. I'm confused right now. He doesn't have his timer started. Oh, okay. He just wanted to finish the first stage. Yeah, I was very confused with what he was doing there. Just wanted that extra stage of practice, I guess. But yeah, now back on the right screen now. Race 2. Peter posting that PB the first round. I know Yume had like a 9 9 like 15 or something, I want to say, in a practice run before this. 9:19, I forget exactly. It was somewhere in that range though. So let's see it, man. Race 2 is now underway. What are you gonna do for a Slackatoo? Peter likes to go for this chain very early right now. And unfortunately, dropped the very beginning of it and couldn't extend that 4 chain either. He dropped the wrong color in front. So that's going to cost him a little bit here from the beginning, as Yume puts on a very nice chain with some good combo garbage in between. And he's going to be taking this lead. Not by a lot, though. Peter does manage to clean up very, very nicely here at the end. 26 seconds, still a very good time to have here on Lakitu. Alright, so here we go. Yume took him a little while to set up, but it looks like he has something really, really good here. Oh, an unfortunate incidental clear at the end there. It was going to be 3-5 combos all lining up in a row. It still might do a decent amount to Bumpty. Did he just do a 5 chain? Hello? How did, is that even possible? What? Oh man, these AIs, dude. The last couple of races Yume has done, man, he's been getting some big trolls. A 5 chain Bumpty, dude. That's pretty insane. No matter, even with that, he's going to continue to extend this lead, as these first 2 stages have been not the greatest for Peter so far. 27 seconds, pretty good, but those 44 seconds on Bumpty, you're going to need that time buffer for later in the run right now. And Yume's garbage combo sins have been really, really good to kill these opponents while they're down stacking. 17 seconds. Yume is cruising. Alright, Peter gets the decent start here at the beginning. He's going to use this clear time to maybe find another follow-up here. It's not going to be quite enough. Poochie gets that left tower down here. And look at Yume, sends this nice combo garbage block. Another 17. Yume is on fire right now in these first 4 stages, man. He's going to show you, alright, that first race was a fluke. I'm here to win these next 3 straight. And look at this, already a full stage lead right now. Threatening to maybe beat Froggy here at sub 3 minutes. And that was a 4 chain, but it had so many different combos piled up. He had an 8 combo at the beginning, a 10 combo, and I think a 5 combo in there. That's 5 separate lines of garbage added onto his chain. Absolutely beautiful from Yume's side, man. His vision is so good right now. Maybe he's threatening to get a PB too. Jeez. A little bit shaky on the start here, though. Still got over a stage lead right now. He's looking for what he wants to do next. He gets a slow start, but this is a very good follow with that 6 chain and 4 combo at the end. It's not going to be quite enough to top off Blarg, as Blarg's still scrambling for a clear. But once this garbage is done clearing, I would assume this is enough to top him off and we could see the kill. Yep, there it is. Okay, so the first setback for Yume right now, but he can afford that because he's still sub 4 right now. This is still like really good sub 9 pace. And he's been playing well for the most part. His vision's like just pretty incredible. Slides on that 4 combo and the 6 combo at the end. He's just finding these combo extenders very, very well in the middle of his chains. I don't even see him. He gets them like last second too. And that's the one thing he has an advantage over this matchup, is Peter mostly just goes for that raw strength chain. And Yume's really, really good at finding the combos in between. But here we go. We are on Raphael at 450 in. Yume trying to do some lag chains too. He gets that very, very nice couple combos mixed in with this chain. Raphael's got that tall left tower, but I think he might be able to lower this. Let's see. Did Yume send enough? Oh, he did. Wow. Yeah, Yume is playing really, really good now. 509 at Raphael. This man just completely forgot about first game, and he's like, alright, we're getting past this. 2-minute plus Raphael, try sub 20-second Raphael. Yume with almost 2 full stages at this point. And with these big chains, here's some of the problem that Peter has to wait for is all this shake time, giving the opponent plenty of time to find clears. Look at that. He had enough time to go and make that 5 combo there. Meanwhile, Hookbill's looking a little bit like Yume is. He had a pretty big chain with some combos mixed in there. Let's see, he's going to try to downstack this. The yellows are going to clear in place, which is going to waste some time for Yume. The purples are going to fall too. Did he have enough garbage sent though? He did. This should probably be the kill unless something lines up. I think this is going to kill. Alright, 38 seconds on Hookbill. Not too bad there. Still maintaining a very, very good lead at this point. The cave did not troll him too much in the last run either, so... I would expect for him to keep breezing here because he is just playing really, really incredible right now. Here he goes. He goes with the setup. Gets that 3-chain to connect there right at the end. Not going to be too much here at the beginning. This probably won't top off Naval. But Naval's not going to have a lot of panels. And look, because he only has 2 rows, he's going to wait. Because they won't raise it to, like, top themselves out most of the time. There are very few exceptions. But, yeah, look at that. Yume sub 30 seconds. PB is going to be a little bit hard at this point in time. It's still possible. But just like ignoring that fact, now it's kind of the opposite situation as last race. Raphael now giving skpeter troubles, and Yume has jumped out to this huge lead at the end here. Luckily, Peter won't get trolled for 2+ minutes, though, keeping himself in the race, but it's going to be tough to come back at this point in time. Down by 2 stages. Yume threatening to kill Kamek here pretty soon too. Kamek's going to get some more chains though. I'm pretty sure Yume sent plenty though to top off. Gets the greens barely with the lag included. Kamek just going to do some regular clears here. There's going to be like no stop time. This should be like an insta kill. Yep. Yume playing good. PB is done, but he's looking to tie up this series 1-1. He has plenty of time to do it. Peter still has all 4 stages to go. This is literally the same situation except reverse roles for the players. But here we go. Yume now on Bowser. Let's see what he finds. That 4 combo and that 5 combo here. He's going to get another 5 combo at the end of this. It's going to be a pretty good start here, and Bowser has a lot of panels, which can be good or bad. He can maybe get a cheeky kill here. Bowser going to stop clearing? Look at that, man. 18-second Bowser. Absolutely perfect on Yume's side. Peter gets that PB, and Yume is like, you know what? Look at this 8:39. One of the fastest races we've seen in this tournament so far, and... wow, this is back and forth so far. These guys are playing extraordinarily well. Even Peter, like, he had the very slow start here at the beginning, but he's picking it up now, and as you may finish, Peter's still looking for possibly a sub 11-minute time here, which is way better than what his average was in group stage. Nice 9 combo there at the end, too. He's going to drop it. And this could potentially end up killing Kamek here. Kamek's gonna downstack a little bit. Finding another chain to get some time though. But lowers the stack. Gonna be all but force killed now. There it is. 29 seconds. Peter's cave looking pretty well still too. Both these guys throughout race 1 and 2 right now, their caves have looked really, really well, and I'm afraid that we're going to see some big troll that's going to happen much later in these set of races. But yeah, this is pretty exciting since it's already tied up 1-1. We're going to have our first official race 4, excluding all the memes of race restarts during group stage. But yeah, we're going to at least see a 4-game series, so we have at least 2 more here. Potentially, with the way both of them are playing, we could see that race 5 happen. Let's see what Bowser does here. He gets that clear, and he's going to get some chains to reset his stop time right now. He's going to get a pretty big chain at that, actually. Let's see, he's going to now go to lower his stack. He's got the greens lined up, which he will go for. I don't think he's going to do anything else. Bowser's going to have to lower his stack more, and he was probably going to die of Peter. Oh, no. Takes an unfortunate death there. That was most likely going to be the sub 11 that I was talking about. The only good thing for him at this point is, you know, it's only for closing it out and getting some momentum, so it's not costing him this race. But still, kind of bad to see there at the end, especially because I think that kill was coming immediately afterward. This starts looking a lot better, though. Bowser looking very similar as to what was given on Yume's side, too. A lot of panels on his screen. Well, that was scary. We could have seen possibly another death there, but Peter manages to find the clear. And he has enough synth to Bowser, so it all depends on how he reacts here. He would have to get the green down really quickly. I don't know if he'll have enough time to do so. And there it is. Still sub 12 minutes. He still beats his average throughout group stage, so just a little bit of a setback there at the end, but excuse me. It was basically reverse roles between Yume and Peter there. So both of them have been playing pretty hot. Let's see how this race 3 goes. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Drinking some water to clear my throat there a little bit. We're going to have to get used to a little bit longer sessions, it looks like, with at least a minimum of 3 races happening for all the series to come. This one could even go the distance with a Game 5. Tied at 1-1 right now. Peter getting a PB in race 1. Yume almost getting a PB in that last race if it weren't for, who was it? It was Blarg that trolled him a little bit. So these guys are playing a lot better than what their PBs could probably dictate for them. This is pretty interesting for any of you guys watching. I know each person would still have to win 2 more races, but who are you thinking has the edge in this right now? Yume definitely had the better peak with that mid 8:30, a lot better than Peter's PB that he just set, but Peter's been looking pretty hot too. He's just got to clean up that consistency here and there. He relies on a bunch of chains, which gives him that extra added shake time. It's gonna be hard for me to see if Yume pulls out another incredible time like that, because his beginning game was very, very smooth, minus Blarg. I would say just based on that last performance, I think Yume has probably got the edge here. But Peter is definitely a fighter, man. Some newfound confidence, winning his first net play tournament, as I mentioned earlier. Setting a PB just now in race 1, man. He's got to be feeling good that he's like been improving over time in this game. And we shall be getting ready with this next race very, very shortly right now. And here we go, race 3. No one's still fearing dropping down to the loser's bracket just yet. And that's one thing I do got to point out, just in case you watched the broadcast from the other day. That was Redemption bracket. And that bracket's only single elimination, so everything counts there. This one you can get away with a loss and still try to make a run back here. But you definitely just want to try to stay in winners and, you know, play less matches without losing round 1 and just running the gauntlet in losers bracket. It's not fun from personal experience. That was one funny moment for me from the tournament in 2016. I beat Monty Cards and FFR each, but it wasn't enough to win the tournament because I was in losers that early. So that's kind of the gauntlet you have to run, and you definitely want to avoid that, especially since the talent's even better this year. Yume so far off to the hot start, which we saw the last race here. And man, Bumpty has just not been too kind to Peter right now. A little bit better than last run, but he's fallen behind once again, and that's not what we want to see. We've seen it pretty even so far at the beginning, but we see this like lead jump once people get to the stages right before the cave. Whereas kind of reverse roles from race 1 and 2. Each person had around a 2 to 3 stage lead when they hit Bowser. So you need to make up that time early on, or else you could be potentially looking at a deficit. And that's what we like to see from Peter. 16 seconds here on Poochie. Claw him back just a little bit here. Alright, Peter, gonna be a little bit short here, is looking for the 4 skill. This is gonna be a little bit unlucky on his part here. He's gotta wait for all that clear animation. And just like that, Yume is gonna be lapping him right now. Very nice 21-second kill on Froggy here. But here we go. Here comes Blarg. Gave Yume a little bit of troubles last time. Let's see if he can get those memories out of his head and get something really, really good going here. He gets that pretty nice starter. He gets that 4 chain at the very end too. Yeah, this is going to be a very good start here. Got to be careful though. Topped off at that left, sometimes that stop time can catch you off guard. Does manage to do so with a very good follow-up here. Should be enough to top off Blarg. Get a 28-second kill. So firmly keeping that lead right now, though. Peter's going to shave off 2 seconds. Alright, here we go. Peter's turn to tackle Blarg this time. He looks like he's going to have a pretty good chain here with that, excuse me, with that lag chain at the end there. Probably wouldn't have wanted that. It's going to save him just like a little bit on the clear time, but it's going to add a little bit more shake where it's going to be the same lineup or amount of lines of garbage regardless. If anything, though, it will top off Blarg. Yeah, there's that shake time coming into play like I mentioned. I don't know if that would have been enough to, or the shake time would have been little enough for him to die quicker there. It's possible, though, because Blarg is still attempting to make clears right now. He's finally going to fall 49 seconds here, so. Yume not on the crazy pace like we saw last race, but this is way better than his first race here. Especially with that 2+ minute Raphael. He's looking to get that sub 6 that pretty much puts you in a good place no matter who you're racing. Peter only gets a 3 chain here at the beginning. Looks like he's going to extend it out just a little bit more. Almost gets the 5 there at the end. It's not going to be enough to top off, and Yume is going to keep cruising here again. He has definitely stepped up his game a lot from race 1. The mid 8-minute time last race. He's looking to maybe even repeat the feat right now. As, Peter's still struggling to find this kill. There's going to be a lot of stack lowering on Lunchfish's side, but the combo garbage was just enough, so he's moving on and still keeping this within reach right now. It's nothing ridiculous like what we saw last race, where he was pretty much out of it at this point in the run. Only being down by about 1.5 stages, I'd say, right now. But Yume looking to clean up this kill. 31 seconds, very solid stage here at the beginning of the cave. And it gets harder and harder when you get towards the end here. The cave has a bigger potential to troll you, but it's really, really hard to just make up stages in general because, you know, it's only 3 stages left for Yume now. If they troll, it has to be a big troll at this point. Ooh, Raphael gets that clear right at the end. No stop time refresher, though. That'll kill him at 37 seconds. Now Peter heading into the cave, too. He's going to have to hope for some shenanigans from Naval, Kamek, or Bowser here. Yume's Send is pretty good. It's going to essentially top Naval off, but he's going to get this clear, so it's going to make Yume wait for a while here while the garbage falls. Though a 3rd tier option is available, and gets super greedy. Instead of going for the 3 blues in a row, goes for that 4 combo. So that's a break there for Yume. Nothing too long of a troll there. Gets through it at a little over 30 seconds. Let's see, can Peter make up some time here on Hookbill? He had a pretty good starter, but look at this. A 4 chain literally just lined up. I'll make that a 5 chain just lined up. He didn't have to move any panels around. That's going to induce a little bit more lag into this match, which is going to waste some more time here for Peter. Oh, Peter's got to be careful. He gets those blues down, though. He's going to buy himself some time. But he's got to find this kill, because look at this. Yume might have a force kill coming up pretty soon here. This is actually kind of good for Yume. The greens are going to connect very similar to what we saw in Naval. And it's just going to give Kamek basically no options here at the bottom. That 2nd tier, again, is going to pose a problem. Or if it lines up as a chain, now this is where it gets bad. Because the other garbage blocks still have not fallen. And yeah, this is going to give Kamek some time to do some magic here. So this is really good for Peter right now. Kamek's now going to go into stack lowering and actually not topped off. Yume's in the middle of his next chain here. And this is going to give Kamek a lot of space to work with and do some more chaining. This follow-up's going to be nice from Yume, but since it is not enough, and Yume, look, he has nothing to work with on the screen. This could be a game changer, and he doesn't get to the greens in times. 1 minute and 15 seconds of progress just lost, and Peter finishes naval. This is a tie game just like that, man. You got to make sure you have your follow-ups there at the end, or things like that can happen and put Yume in a very, very bad spot here. And check this out. We've seen blowouts basically when it's come to the cave each time, but now we are dead even. Alright, this is going to be really important for both the players to finish off their chains and combos, man. You can't afford any more mistakes at this point. Yume started off strong, and Peter's got a really good follow-up. That's going to drop right after the garbage clear occurred. This is good for him. Kamek's going to find one more clear, too. He's going to have maybe that pillar there at the top. Gets rid of a lot of the greens, though. There could be a lineup still there for Kamek, but there's not going to be. Peter finishes 2 seconds behind Yume. And, man, you couldn't ask for a closer race than this. It's all going to be determined by Bowser here at the end. Both of them have just eclipsed over the 10-minute mark, and here we go. What kind of Bowser is each one of them going to get? Yume gets this nice 4-chain starter, going to extend it to a 5 with some combos. And Bowser has separated pillars right now. He's not going to lower his stack either. A 4 combo is not going to refresh too much. He's got to go up, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude. 17 seconds. Wow, very fortunate on Yume's side. He sent a really good amount there at the beginning, and Bowser just left that huge tall left pillar there. And Yume's gonna steal this right at the end, man. Peter tried to claw his way back, but Yume very resilient. Seeing some pretty nice Bowsers. And look at that, Peter's Bowser, 46 seconds. Not too bad on his side either. Gets about 11-10 there at the end. That was a very, very close race. Peter needs to find the missing link in his gameplay, though. He had that 9:30, and his other 2 runs have been around 11 minutes. Yume's kind of been all over the board right now, but it's been good enough. Peter needs to find that little bit more of consistency here for these last 2 races, potentially. Because Yume has the potential to get more and more runs like that. But the second he pulls off another 8-minute run like we saw, it could be over for Peter. I'm not sure if Peter just does this as like a quick warm-up to like get his mind off the last run or something, or maybe because I know a lot of people try to get the very hard red background already set up so that way they don't forget to hold up and L. I think he might think that you have to beat the first stage in order for you to do that, which you can just reset as soon as you start stage 1. Because he's done that for each attempt here. They have plenty of time to clear their minds if they need to, though, so it's not a big deal. But I'm kind of curious if he doesn't realize that or not. Oh, excuse me. But now we are on to race 4. This is Yume's match point to move on to winner semifinals. The winner of this match takes on Wired Wiki, who made the surprising upset over Monty earlier in the tournament and secured one of our 4-0 positions. So that should be a pretty interesting race. I think Yume and Wiki have some pretty similar PBs. And I think they were right next to each other on the wildcard standings, too, in terms of their average. So if Yume ends up winning this series, that should be like one of the matches to watch next round. This has been my match to watch so far, though. Peter pulling out that PB. And so far, pretty good start here on race 2. Unfortunately, going to be late on the swap there with the reds. It manages to give him a chain still. And he's got to get a little bit of this lag chain here at the end, too. It's going to maybe finish with a pretty respectable time here. But Bumpty finding some combos. If he's able to downstack, which he's not, that could have potentially been bad for Peter. 21 seconds is going to save him a little bit after Yume got a really good 14 seconds there. Yume's been destroying Bumpty today, if I'm correct. Nice A combo start here at the beginning. A little bit slow to continue the chain there, but it's going to put a lot of good initial pressure on Poochie there. And a nice 3-chain follow-up here right at the end. Gonna land right before the clear animation's done. This should maybe lead to a clear. Instead of going for the yellows, Poochie's gonna try to line up those reds. It's not gonna be a smart move from him. And Yume's gonna keep this small lead right now. Poochie's just finding clear after clear to waste more time on Peter's side, but Peter just with those huge combo garbage blocks sent at the very top, keeping it pretty close for the time being. Alright, Yume had to wait for his follow-up to finally arrive, and the way that Wiggler was downstacking there gave him absolutely no time to try to stay alive. Peter with the big beefy chain, and because Wiggler's cursor was kind of just scrolling everywhere there, 17 seconds, that's going to be a really, really good quick kill despite how much shake time that was on the screen. So Peter making up a lot of time here, only going to be down by about 9 seconds now. Yume looking good though and cruising. He almost always gets that sub 30-second time frame. Had a nice little A combo lined up at the end that wasn't even necessary. Peter makes a little bit of an A combo there too at the end. But Froggy going for second tier. This could be bad. There's a lot of panels falling in place. I think there might be a chain lined up. Yep, with the blues. Gonna waste a little bit more time on Peter's side. Here comes the down stacking. But no immediate clear available for Froggy, going down in 47 seconds. Yume's chance to take a pretty decisive lead here and try to secure the series without going to race 5. You definitely think that Yume wants to take this right now, because if this does go to a game 5, man, the nerves are going to be running pretty high for both players. I saw a game 3 between Yume and FFR be like that. Here we go. Peter sent just enough on Blark's screen. He's going to manage to get the clear. There's going to be virtually no follow-up, I would say, at the end of this. Closing it out. 32 seconds. Potential to make up some time here. Lungefish was not able to find the clear, though. 22 seconds on Yume's screen. Yume in very good position to get this sub 6-minute mark. So is Peter, actually, if he can finish out Lungefish and Raphael pretty well. This is definitely the closest race we've seen so far. Peter, though, he's struggling here at the beginning to find what he wants to do with this chain. His timing's just been a little bit off, man. He's either been a little bit ahead of himself or a little bit behind, missing some block swaps here and there. That lag can, like, mess with you so much. Sometimes you just gotta know when to be a little bit more patient. Unfortunately, because of those blunders, this is probably going to put him a full stage behind right now, because Lunchfish is still not topped off. The lead would have been even bigger if Raphael wouldn't be going to town with these clears right now. Gets a chain at the top too. And check this out, he's not going to be topped off. So look at this, a break for Peter. He could potentially make up a lot of ground here. Yume is going to use just about everything he's got to put this 5 chain here at the end. But it's not going to be enough. So we got Raphael striking once again for Yume. This has been like... this has been his worst character so far in the tournament. Giving him a lot of troubles. Peter's got to be careful now. Yume cleans it up, finds the 1 minute and 15 seconds. Unfortunately, doesn't get that sub 6 milestone. But keeping this very slim lead right now. It all comes down to the cave once again, as it always does in every race, but here we go. Did Peterson enough here at the end, or Raphael? A couple stacks of garbage, but he's got to wait for this last follow-up. I think there's going to be 2 more lines dropping down. Is Raphael going to be able to lower the stack? Yes, he is, and those 2 lines just aren't quite enough. So now Yume looking to try to get that lead back that he lost after Raphael, and he certainly will do it. 20-second fight here on Hookbill. Yume in prime position to take the series right here and now. And yeah, Raphael just doing so many clears on both of the players' sides, as we saw with Yume on the stage before. You really need to kill him quick, or he's going to do damage to you like that late game. And that's what ultimately led to a 1 minute and 10 second fight and a 1 minute and 15 second fight. Alright, so both competitors in the cave. Yume's got over a stage lead at this point. Peter's got to hope for Naval to troll this out just a little bit. The lag's going to help with that big chain that fell on the screen. I don't think the stop time got refreshed all too much here, and there's going to be no shake as it falls. Yep, 32-second kill. Though Peter in potentially a good position now. The Hookbill's not going to do absolutely anything after the clear. So many pillars to lower. The reds maybe could be cleared. Just enough time for him. But he's going to be dead after this, barring any chain. I don't see any. Yeah, he is dead. Sometimes the opponents just love to scroll at the top even though nothing's up there and just leave their cursor there. Screw themselves over. That's good. Still keeping Peter in this race. He's going to need a little bit of Kamek magic, kind of like what we saw with the last race with that death, unfortunately, from Yume's side. But the start looks a little bit lackluster right now. I'm not sure how much more is going to be falling on Kamek's side. That 2 chain right at the end gets this next clear. That pillar's still very tall though. Kamek's got to get it down. Kamek will get it down. Find some more clears, but Yume's doing a lot better with the garbage output this time. But look at this. A lot of panels for Kamek to work with to maybe find a chain. Does not find anything immediately. Goes for the stack lowering. Does not find a clear. That was lucky for Yume. If Kamek was able to find that clear, I could imagine that stage going for a lot longer. Peter cleans it up on Naval as well. It's still going to be a full stage lead here, so Peter's winner's bracket life relies on this Bowser fight. He needs Yume to just come up with a dud here at the beginning with this chain, and it's not looking like that's going to happen with a 6 combo and a 5 combo and a 4 combo to tack on at the end. It's going to be some quick pressure, which could be good for Peter, especially because Bowser's doing a lot of chaining himself here. Peter's got to find this kill himself, though. The 6 chain's going to help. And Bowser's going to do this quick clear here. He's going to be alive, but Peter, he doesn't have any panels on his screen. He's got to raise up quite a bit to find more pressure here. This is going to connect with the garbage, too, so even more time wasted. This might be it here. Bowser gets the clears right at the end. Yume does not have enough. Is Bowser going to have enough time? Oh, the purples were already lined up. Okay, Peter done with Bowser, but this is looking very scary. He would need a miracle. The left pillar there, gets it down, gets the reds. It's still possible. He needs those reds, though. Oh! Bowser could not react fast enough. That could have been the extension that we needed there on Peter's side. But that will do it. Yume playing very consistent with those low 10-minute times. He's going to win 3 straight after Peter gets that PB on the first race. And Yume will be moving on to winners quarterfinals of main bracket. Man, what a set of races there. It was pretty close throughout each of the race, but it was like one set of opponents that like changed the lead that was like remained consistent. I forget who it was on this one, but Peter was basically down by 1 stage most of the time. They both had pretty bad raw fails, but Peter kind of got trolled, I think, on some early stages too. But yeah, that's what will happen, man. Yeah, be playing pretty consistent even in this first round of winners bracket. Everybody here is wanting to win because everyone here probably has the potential to win. But that's alright for Peter. He got some good practice here. And by the way the bracket works right now, since we have 12 people, all the people who lose this round will have a week break to figure out who their next opponent is. So you can do some relax and not be tilted after your first loss and just get the practice that you potentially need for the second match. But yeah, Peter ends up finishing it there. Good stuff from him, man. Taking 1 game off of Yume is not easy whatsoever. So that was very, very entertaining to watch, and glad we could see that.